Minsc, the Great Ranger. He's alive and infected. Else, we need to act.
This Stone Lord and Minsc are one and the same. Jaheira's friend has taken a dark turn, it seems.
Are you still content to do this? This doesn't have to be your fight, and it's certainly not your typical habitat.
The city, you mean? With all its noise, smoke, stone, and bustle? I would not be here given the choice, but I promised you my support, and that is what you shall have. Still, though, this place crawls with life, but little of it flourishes. I see refugees unhoused, the destitute unwanted, orphans unloved. The city is like a forest with an overgrown canopy. Light and nourishment cannot penetrate to those who need it the most, and still it draws them in. The safety of numbers, the promise of civilization, the dream of better. All that potential is too often destined to die in the dark and rot in the gutter. I wish there was a better way. I wish everyone could see the sun, have a full belly, and know nature as a friend. There is a balance that is yet to be found. Listen to me, preaching like an initiate in his cups.
We must have different understandings of nature, because I would assume that if you took all these refugees and forced them to live a natural life, you're looking at lots of death, because in nature it's strong survives and the weak are prey. I don't blame his grove for wanting the tieflings out or any of that stuff, but there is no solution here that Halsin is offering except nature must be beautiful and everybody would enjoy it. No, that's not how nature works. Most of these people will probably be food for an owlbear.
The city isn't perfect, but neither is nature. It's dangerous to idealize one thing at the expense of another.
You are right, but such drastic times can make it difficult to preserve nuance in one's thinking. Further reflection is needed. But that must wait for now. There are battles yet to be fought. We must save the world before we can dream of ways to better it.
Minsc is the Stone Lord. Jaheira's friend doesn't sound so friendly after all.
So, the Stone Lord is Minsc, Jaheira's old acquaintance. Painfully small world at times.
Sounds like we're not the only ones tracking down this Minsc fellow. Let's hope Nine Fingers' bounty doesn't attract too much competition.
So, this Stone Lord is the legendary Minsc. And a newly minted cultist, no less. Are we sure we want to find him before Nine Fingers does? I doubt he'll be pleased to see us.
My people tell tales of Minsc and his ferocious hamster boo, to frighten our children. Beware, loud men with purple scalps and ugly rodents, for they think of you as evil and will kill you on sight. It is amusing to hear that the legendary ranger has become as much a terror in his own city as he is in the Underdark.
Minsc is working for the cult. Damn! He must have been tadpoled, or worse. The real Minsc would never join up with the goddamned Absolute. Maybe we can help him. The prism, right? He should shut that tadpole up. If he doesn't kick our butts first. It's kind of his thing.
There's little point in pressing Nine Fingers further. She means what she says. But we swore no vows. She won't tell us where to find Minsc. Someone else in her Guildhall will. We need to be swift.
Where do you suggest we begin?
I suppose we must greet the local wildlife. Guildhall is awash with ale-scented gossip at the best of times. These days, they have nothing but the Stone Lord to talk about.
It's still moving.
Hush your fussing. Nine Fingers had this one made especially. Hello, mouthful. We'll barely slow it down.
But the stories...
stories. Tall tales and big names, lad. Don't let them fool you. Elminster the Archmage, Drist the Drow Exile. Heroes have power, aye, but not half so much as we do. A little coin into the right purse, a soft word in the right ear. It's not glory that spins these plains, lad. It's gold. See? Now. Moradin's cracked play.
There is no gold in here! If there is one thing Minsc hates more than beasts with bad breath, it is those who are tricksome with the truth. And turnips. But you are no turnip. Let that be of comfort in your final moments.
Meet Minsc. He still seems very much himself to me.
Is that the beloved ranger? Jaheira is gonna burst. I'm gonna burst. Oh my gods! Minsc!
Let Jaheira reveal herself.
You...
Stone Lord. Huh. Better to call yourself Stonehead.
Your false face does not fool my eyes. I will cut until you look like the monster you truly are.
Somehow, you are making even less sense than usual. Perhaps I can explain. The Stone Lord sees through your lies, shapeshifter. Count yourself lucky he cannot stay. Nine Fingers set a poor trap, little banker. Let the Absolute's faithful show you how it is done. Now come, Stone Lord. We have the gold, and the Absolute has need of it elsewhere.
As you say, Jaheira.
Slarning shape-changers! Enough! Let us deal with these cultists, then find out where they are nesting.
Okay, I have so many things to point out about that scene. First off, why would they be hiding in this vault? Right? Assuming that Glitterbeard led them down here, were they stealing things while still invisible? And they didn't notice that this entire room was getting overturned? Really? A couple other things. You might have heard some dice rolling happen. That's because there are hidden enemies here. In fact, you can kill all the known enemies and battle will end, but there still may be invisible enemies that are permanently invisible and sanctuaried, so they won't actually commence battle with you. You'll need to detect their invisibility first. Leaving them here and coming back to talk to Glitterbeard in the future, nothing that I've seen makes it sound like the assassins are going to kill him or do anything. It just seems like an afterthought in the battle. Meaning I was coming back expecting to see him dead, but no. I had to do that cutscene a few times to get everybody to speak the way I wanted to. And I hope that in the future patch they have Minsc say there's no gold in there. That caption gets put back later, kind of like where I put it in now in editing. No, in the original version, the caption for it already exists before he's even climbed out of the Mimic. Secondly, how is the Mimic dead? He got a couple of teeth busted out and was thrown across the room or somewhere. I guess he was probably here. thrown this way one time. That shouldn't be enough to kill him, but whatever game. Alright, let's get to kicking these guys' butts. I've already cast Feather Fall before running down here, and let's see what we can do. Because of the camera angle, we'll continually try to make you walk upstairs, so be careful of that. Cistern's the only one that can move at the moment, unless I kill this guy, but he's got Unstoppable. That's always annoying. The Ballists have Unstoppable and Sanctuary in good numbers. This is good for them, but it really makes things slow. I can't even hurt these guys right next to me. Let's see here. Let's hop on down. Now, if he's got complaints about me ruining his security system, then should chalk it up to expenses for saving his life. This one does not have Unstoppable, so we'll go ahead and kill her. Since not, oh, I was gonna say since we're not worried about damage, maybe I can piercing shot. Would that take effect on him? Yeah, he's still got gaping wounds. Alright, that is taken care of. And I did also just have him cast Flight just because. I had all the characters cast one thing before stepping downstairs. That's fine. He lost his concentration for that. If he didn't, I could fly back upstairs and shoot some more, but this is fine. Alright, what can I do with her? Until these guys get rid of their sanctuary, there isn't a whole lot that I can do. Can I hop across? No. No, looks like she's got to run around the pillar to do that. Okay, so we'll do a dash. Remember that there's two guys here, and only one will probably attack us. Can I abjure myself? Yeah, I've heard that you can abjure yourself, at least in earlier pre-patched versions of the game, and that'll give you advantage against everybody. Do I see anything? Movement speed is halved, taking damage ends this. I mean, she applied it to herself. I guess she succeeded at that 9% to abjure herself. I don't know. We'll see if it gives her any advantage. Alright, Sanctuary is now off on these guys. Now that is clever of them to have units that can assassinate anybody coming downstairs. That's a good way to cover. Though having people come out of the vault is not really a good defense mechanism. Like, that's not where I would position my assassins if I were trying to lay a trap. I wouldn't have these guys Sanctuary, I'd have them invisible. But maybe they were detected. That may have been part of the dice rolling that was happening. During the conversation, your characters and the guards are all dice rolling to see if they spot any of the hidden assassins. You could hear that throughout the entire dialogue. The first take of this, I was hearing it all the way up to when Minsc punched his way out of the mimic. I really didn't like it, so I did this a few more times. The Glitterbeard, he's talking to the dude. He's facing the dude and talking, but it's only the girl that's speaking. And I get it, maybe he wants to make him look standoffish, such as you're not worth my time to face. But when you're using the word lad, I mean, the lad was not even talking to you in the first place. Now we can deal with these two. It looks like Gale, Tran is confused, not stunned. Lae'zel and Karlach, okay.
My turn.
This guy has revealed himself. It's unfortunate that Tran is stunned because he's the one I rely on to use see invisibility. That's fine. Maybe you didn't go through the surgery with Volo, so you wouldn't be able to spot the guys. You can utilize that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw you into you. Target is too far. Stand on the other side of him then. Actually, I should have raged first. Let's go ahead and rage now then. This should immediately make you go prone. Okay. Can I be moved by force? Why not? Oh, is it? Wait. Can people who are prone not be moved by force? No, it's there now. Unfortunately, it is too far. So I would like to bunch them all up in case I wanted to cast something, but this is... Alright, that's fine. With action surge. Or a couple more times. Squishy. Yeah, be careful about clicking on that passageway. You saw it highlight for a second. Jaheira, you're kind of trapped behind people. Gale, what are we gonna do with you? Perhaps... Do you jump further with this? Yeah, I think you do. Have you go this way. I was thinking about throwing a lightning bolt down this direction, but I don't want to ruin a bunch of books that we might look at. I'm not sure if there are any quality books, though. Okay, we'll go ahead and throw a lightning bolt down this way, see if we can reveal anybody. Okay, well, there's still in... Oh, there's one right there. All right. There's still one more down there somewhere. Tran is done. Karlach is done. Jaheira next. Can they have you hop? Yep, we'll have you hop across the balcony. Beat this one into... Okay, never mind. Can't harm Sanctuary. Fine. Well, I can actually still do this. I shouldn't be able to, but the game lets me, so...
Blades bared.
Hover over there. Lae'zel. Trip attack. Oh, never mind, he's dead, but that's fine. This adds extra damage. Trip attack this one. Trip attack again. Action surge. We can just do menacing attack ranged. Regular shots. And he's dead. There's still one guy hidden there. Gotta wait for him. I had Jaheira cast her fire scroll that she keeps on her possession. Most of my characters will have a pair of scrolls situated on them. For example, Karlach keeps Ice Storm and Cone of Code. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have Will. Actually, you won't need to really cast Hold Person on anybody. So we'll have you cast See. I was gonna have him pass See the scrolls to somebody. Where's See Invisibility? In the earliest versions of the game, See Invisibility just looked like an invisibility scroll. Now it's an eyeball. So we should be in the S, but... Where is it? There it is. Okay. It's way down here. S is way down. Alright, we're gonna cast... Can I cast it on Shadowheart? Or do you cast it on yourself? Okay, that is on you. It's not a concentration spell, so what we can do, actually... I guess it will pass it over to Shadowheart. The reason why I'm trying to give it to Shadowheart instead... Let's pass this over... is she's gonna fly around the map. She is concentrating on Spirit Guardians, but it doesn't look like this is a concentration spell, so we'll go and cast it. Okay. And then we'll go and activate Step of the Wind Dash. Jump no longer requires a bonus action. Okay, if there were anybody still really alive, they would pretty much be wrecked by Shadowheart. See, this is 6 meters to go that way, so we'll just jump instead. Saved, seen. Okay, we didn't spot him then. Let's get closer so we can hit it with shadow. Never mind. I did notice that when you're in stealth mode against enemies, even in turn-based mode, not enemies, anybody, even in turn-based mode, they still get multiple chances to roll for you, just as long as you sit there. So we did eventually spot him, but we didn't get close enough to hurt him. So let's just inch up to him then. There we go. We'll just jump across the map very casually. There's another dude in this direction. This is why I wanted to apply it to Shadowheart. She can jump 10 times a map, or 10 times around. Right, there's another, he's somewhere around here. Let's figure it out where that is. Jump straight down the hall. Maybe I did find him already, but I think there's another guy somewhere over here. Still, I would assume I would have rolled to see him, so perhaps we did uncover him with the lightning bolt. Maybe that was the one. Okay, well, we'll end our turn here in the center. Oh, never mind, out of movement. Because we did walk a little bit. Here's Halson. He gets the teleport ability, supposedly. I thought. Fly, maybe it was fly. I thought I had thought that all elementals get a teleport ability, but I guess not. Okay. There's just him left. Position ourselves up against the railing. Maybe we'll have an angle on him. And I can't shoot him, can I? No, that would be ridiculous that I could shoot him. Why, like this dude has a weapon, right? That's why he doesn't have Tavern Brawler. There's no reason I couldn't use my weapons. Oh, I do have a warp ability. It's a hand icon. I don't know why it's a hand icon, but alright. Oh, we can't target you because of Sanctuary. Okay, it's Will's turn. He used his turn casting, getting sea invisibility. We have one sea invisibility over there. We've spotted that one. I guess we'll just continue hovering over here because I really did think there was another one that's somewhere over there.
Coming through. Incoming.
If you finish off all the enemies before you spot all of the hidden ones, then the guards won't come to your aid necessarily when you do see the hidden one. I mean, eventually they will probably spot the guy. Once you've revealed or dispelled their invisibility, the guards do patrol around this hall, so they will eventually run into the guy if you needed the extra help. Let's go ahead and kill him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Okay. We'll see if we ever uncover anybody. That's us bleeding. Let's walk around a little bit. We must have gotten him done. Alright, I think my confusion about the two came from one of them ran up the stairs really quickly, and that was, I think, this one here. So that would make this one the hidden one. We'll and speak with the dead this guy, but he is another baby. I call him a baby because I can understand if normal enemies or even civilians don't want to speak to their killer. I can understand that. But these are literally the cultists of murder. So that's why I call them babies. We gotta morph into anybody so we can speak to them.
corpse regards you lifelessly.
Why do you follow the Stone Lord?
Bringer of death. No to our master.
Where can I find the Stone Lord?
Look out below.
Oh, darn it. I got the continue thing. Okay, let me save and load real quick. If I save now, and in case this happens to you, this is how you fix it. If I save now and then load that very same save, my correct options will appear. Under normal circumstances, this could be bad, as shown in the video with Balthazar, but when using Speak with the Dead, you are limited to number of questions.
What do you mean below?
City. Under. City.
We already knew that, but by getting that journal update, we get another 75 experience points. It would always tell us 2 journal updates because the game keeps thinking that we've never cleared the Rescue Orin's Victim update or quest. I don't know. Maybe it messed that one up.
Who was that wearing Jaheira's face?
Shape. Changer. Doppleganger.
What did the cult want in the vaults?
Debt. For debts.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
So how much was in the vaults? Surely millions of gold, right? Let's go and talk to this guy, Rakath Glitterbeard. That's the head honcho.
You can tell Nine Fingers this was not my fault. She swore that mimic could swallow a bloody owlbear. Wait. You're no guild sworn. Who are you?
I came to stop you and save Minsc. Seems there was no need.
Friend to the mad Rashemaar, are you? He calls himself the Stone Lord now. With what he cleared from our vaults. He's got enough gold to make himself a lord in truth.
And he wouldn't even know what to spend it on. It's the cult that needs that money. Why?
You think anyone told me? Nine Fingers sent word the Stone Lord was going to try his luck on our vaults. So she told me to cooperate, lure him in. Yes, sir, Stone Lord, sir. Shall we open the account in your name or the Absolute's? Just step this way to your special deposit box. Don't mind the teeth. No one mentioned he might have some old crone dropping in as backup.
Crone?
Look, I just mean to say, we both want him caught. If you've got your sights set on the Stone Lord, anyway. As chairman of the Fellowship of Financiers, I can assure you we'd reward you well for the return of the coin he took. Not for us, you understand. For the common Baldurian. Who knows what he's planning to do with it?
How much was taken?
Try all of it. Every penny of civilian lodgings, anyway. I mean, not like we'd lead him into the private vaults, but still. A lot of Baldurians waking up poor tomorrow. What he can do with that kind of coin doesn't bear thinking about.
We'll be back to ask him more about the coins later when we have another party member in our fold, so that way we get more dialogue. For now, we'll just say,
I just need to find Minsc. I care nothing for coin.
Good for you. I happen to care a very great deal. Retrieve the coin, and I'll make sure you are well rewarded. There's treasures greater than gold. Feel free to poke around this place and it'll help you pick up the Stone Lord's scent. Me, I've got ledgers to amend.
okay, he says there's treasures greater than gold, but that's pretty much what he gives you. If you return the gold to him, you get 2,500 gold, a key to this safe here. And in this safe is some sort of slightly better studded leather +2 or something like that. Nothing that I would ever say treasures greater than gold over. He will allow you to go through all of these safes. You just straight up lockpick them. They're enchanted security, meaning you can't cast knock. But yeah, just roll and pick them each. He won't say like, what are you? Oh, it doesn't matter anyways. By talking to him, we get another journal update /XP. Again, if you needed it. At level 12, we don't get any more levels.
These footprints started in the sewers.
This is another journal update right here. You can take a look. I'm hitting J. Aid the Underduke. Found a trail, a dead cultist. As for the amazing loot, I mean, yes, it's already been picked through, but we will find out just how much gold has been taken when we catch up to him. Whoops, I didn't want to talk, but we might as well talk to everybody now.
Minsc believes a doppelganger to be Jaheira. He is being manipulated, I am all but certain.
Minsc is being tricked. By the hells, we've got to rip him away from that shapeshifter.
Minsc. He seemed to believe that doppelganger was truly Jaheira. A sure sign he's being manipulated.
Of all the places I expected would find this Minsc, crawling from the broken jaws of a mimic wasn't high on my list. What's life without a few surprises, eh?
I am loath to admit it. But if we can pacify Minsc, he may be a worthy companion. Any man who can resist being digested by a mimic may even give an elder brain food for thought.
I grow tired of these false faces. Every corner we turn, another. And now it is my face they use to turn Minsc against us. I am sorry, but I am just tired.
Of course you're tired. You're ancient, but we still have work to do.
Ha! Bastard. When I left Minsc to this fate, I believed I had no choice. I believe it still. We were ignorant of our enemy, unarmed against the cult. I made the right decision, but I do not like how easily I made it. Minsc would have never left me behind, no matter what happened. That is his problem entire. The past century left Minsc unchanged. And so he believes the world has never changed, that I have not. You saw the fool, hanging on the doppelganger's every word for no other reason than it wears my face.
The cult has other ways of controlling people. Infection, indoctrination.
You think I flatter myself in believing it is my face alone that Minsc follows? Mahler mark me, but I find myself hoping he is tadpoled. Come, men. We need a lead on where these shapeshifters have fled to. Let's see what hints they left behind in the vault.
You just said, hold on, let's open up this dialogue. You think I flatter myself, my face alone, for no other reason than it wears my face. Come on, at least get your story straight.
Minsc puts on quite a show of brawn, even if there's no brain worth mentioning. I mean, I hate to judge the proverbial book, but that oath may be all cover and no pages.
All cover and no pages? I like that. I'm going to have to use it sometime. If I didn't show someone's dialogue, it meant that they had nothing to say, which surprised me at Karlach. Doesn't have anything to say. Lae'zel, I can kind of understand. Minthara, you can tell that she approves of having Minsc in the team. Remember that. No word from Kairos, assuming the worst. This is to probably keep you from seeing the Kairos event once you have cleared up this quest line, which is understandable because then you'd have to rewrite some of that quest right here. Which otherwise would have been an interesting experiment.
She wasn't even scratched.
Is it really? I thought there was 2 notes. Let's keep checking the bodies.
So Minsc has turned to the absolute.
Yeah, and this letter to Janath just says that she'll be downstairs to get her ring. They make a big talk about this ring. I hope it's something useful. There's the other note. Update on the counting house operation. We've been tipped off to expect an ambush once we reach the vault, but the guild underestimates us as usual, and if we maintain coordination, we should be able to shrug it off without casualties. Let the Stone Lord take the lead. If you deal efficiently with the cash guards, there might be time to gather additional funds before we withdraw. Bring everything to the cistern and the sewers. Alright, that is 3 clues to where we need to head.
We haven't known each other for very long, so perhaps I ought to clarify. When I say don't interfere or else, most people avoid finding out what or else means.
Your ambush was a complete failure, and it would have been worse if we hadn't been there.
You think so? Well, perhaps I'll buy a better mimic. Test it on you.
No threats, Estelle. We are your allies, whether you want to see it or not.
You're still the city's best chance of sending the absolute packing. So, yes, I need you. I even like you. But know that I do not need or like anyone so much that I will let them cross me twice. You want to handle Minsc? Then handle him before I do. Come to derail any other guild operations? Spit in my eye, perhaps? Or do you just need something?
Cut to the chase. What do you need?
You have done plenty. Do any more, and the guild might have to take a special interest in you. Understood?
Alright, let's head on out her bedroom into the sewers. You'd think that the smell would permeate, actually, being this close to the sewers. And here we are in the trapped hallway. Realistically, we could just also warp to the Undercity ruins. Where we need to go is the Cistern, which is right here. However, if we take this way, it will not only make it a little more difficult for us to lay an ambush, but we miss out on some other minor extra dialogue as we get caught. So let's head over to the Grey Harbour docks. In this next segment, you can completely pass this check if you send someone without an illithid, such as Jaheira or Halsit. But if you send in your main character, you will have to roll a wisdom check to continue being stealthy. Yes, it is a wisdom check in this case. This couple here, it is kind of a sad story. It sounds like they've lost their child, though you never find out what.
These flowers are quite vivid, not to mention pungent. Not to my liking.
Can wait to show off the scars.
Are there no flowers in Tunarath?
In the City of Death, the Malar cultivate the fruiting bodies that sprout from the corpses of the slain.
Huh. I'd rather get them from my florist in Waterdeep. It's all the same to you.
When she was little, I couldn't wait for a time when she would stop needing us so much. What I'd give to be needed now.
I still need you, love. I always will.
Beautiful day, isn't it? Do make the most of it. You never know how many you've got left.
There's no cure for a broken heart. But a bit of sunlight and fresh air helps. Sometimes.
They seem like good people.
That might be worth a look.
To open this door from this end, you just need to stand on both sides here.
Something over there.
And here. And then you have a limited amount of time to go through this hatch, which is, you see some barrels here, suspiciously placed. Looks like Asterion failed his check. Look at the barrel. Send to camp. Get the barrel. Send to camp. There's no immediately send to camp button, is there? No. Pick up the barrel. Send to camp. Alright, let's see if someone else can pass this perception check. There we go. Let's have a see. Oh, come on. I think Mithara actually... Even though I told her to step around the corner, the game still says that she must have stepped on it. That's fine. At least I picked up the barrels ahead of time. This is fine. I'm not worried about it. If anything, it makes it easier that the barrels are all blown up so we can walk on through. Eventually, this door will close, and this lever here will keep the door open for you. Let's go ahead and cast guidance on ourselves. And while we're at it, we could even cast Owl's Wisdom. Okay, let's have Halson do that. You have Owl's Wisdom, don't you? Druid. We'll take out this heal spell and pop in this enhance ability. Go ahead and make me wiser. We'll make everybody go into crouching mode or stealth mode.
All the coin seems to be there, if a little blood-stained. You lot are enthusiastic about your lord's work.
Our Lady. We serve only the absolute.
Oh, silly me. We Zentarim are so long past our own godly roots, I'm afraid I forget the half of them. But you, I know. When did you start worshipping gods? Did they give your wee rodent a worm friend too?
Rodent?
Enough! You will show the Stone Lord proper respect, and you will return to the Guildhall and do as we have paid you to.
Of course. I only thought...
Wait.
And suddenly, another presence looms in your mind. Another tadpole.
Some sneak thief lurks nearby. The same one I sensed in the counting house. I can taste your thoughts, coward! Come out, so I may spill them on the ground!
Attempt to mask your presence.
Come on. There we go. I had advantage, but it's a DC 25 against your wisdom check. So it's actually very hard to beat this one.
Well... Perhaps I only needed to sneeze?
And on that note, pleasure. Look for word from the Guildhall.
Enter turn-based mode real quick. Roa Moonglow, that's the person that we met in the Absolute Moonrise Towers, as well as the Absolute's Goblin Fortress. She's going to be trying to run over here, climb this ladder, and escape. She won't attack you unless you corner her and destroy the ladder so she can't leave. What we're going to do is we're going to let her escape for the time being. Also, it's ridiculous, but if I sneak attack them right now, Minsc will remember it after the battle and be unhappy with my character. We're actually going to go ahead and get caught. It's fine. We've also placed on the other half of the team right here. And it looks like he's running in our direction. Is he really running? I doubt it. Anyway, so we'll deliberately get caught. Let's go ahead and get both our teams to move forward. But I just wanted to show you that you could avoid a battle by sneaking from the top. Right. Other group.
Forever dauntless.
There's Will. His group of melee units. Let's start with Asterion, now that the melee units are in position, and start shooting at Jaheira.
Excellent.
Alright, then we'll have the real Jaheira beat this guy into submission.
Do not kill him! Find another way!
bear in mind, if you do knock him out and you are not near him with the prism, he stands back up, battle continues, and trying to knock him out a second time does just kill him. Casting Dominate Person does not do anything either. Why is this not doing anything? Oh, it's because it's not your turn yet? No, it's you can move. But clicking this Z... Okay, clicking the button does nothing, but pressing Z will. Okay, game. Anyways, we're going to get ourselves closer to him. We'll combine our groups as well. And activate Murder. See how much damage Tran would do. Oh, that was not... I don't think that was... Was that really a... That was just a main hand attack. You saw it was supposed to be the menacing attack. It was even listed down there. But you only did the main hand attack. Why? Game, you're just messing with me at this point. I was supposed to show you how awesome my character could do damage, but fine. Yeah, let's just continue to beat him up.
Against the darkness swarming his senses, a single light glows. Rage, flaring brighter every moment.
Killed her.
He won't stay down for long. Tell your Elith to protect him from the Elder Brain's influence. Quickly!
No. This one will not aid our cause. Get rid of him.
He's too far gone. Better to end it for his sake.
The Mind Flare pours poison in your ear, I think.
Tell it I will tear the prism from your grasp and throw it into the deepest lava pit I can find. Long after our bones are dust and ash, the walls of its prison will still be burning. Now help my friend!
She bluffs. Surely she would not risk the fate of all for one simple life.
Would you really doom us all to save him, Jaheira?
For a brief moment, the lines on her face looked deeper, her eyes full of pleading.
I have said my piece.
Do as she says, now.
Fine. Have it your way.
His mind unfolds beneath yours. A still lake pulls you down into its depths. Images flash by, battles fought, and friends fallen. His rage grows colder, burrows deeper, as a familiar face crystallizes before you.
Jaheira, you killed her!
You are being dramatic.
The instant's hesitation is enough. With a sensation of terrible rending, something vast and nameless falls away from his mind.
There. It is done.
Jaheira? I do not understand.
Good. That means you're back to your old ways. We have a lot to discuss. But first, you have someone to thank.
In the sudden silence, your minds merge once more. More memories, sensations, but passing too quickly for you to track. In the same breath, you share everything that happened to you. The Nautiloid, the Absolute, the chosen of the dead three.
You saved Minsc. While he danced like a Mind Flayer's meat puppet. Why?
Jaheira insisted.
Suggested.
You do well to heed her. Jaheira was very wise. Even before she was very old. There is someone you must meet. He is... Where is he?
Okay, let's immediately start turn-based battle. I'm not going to do anything to him. I just want to speak to Karlach. And she's with the ranged party side, so let's go ahead and get her to head on over. The reason why we're doing it this way is if I stop to speak to Karlach, then you'll miss some of what Minsc has to say.
Marching.
Does this clicking now work? No, it does not. Man, you're so weird sometimes. just in case talking closes the turn-based initiated battle, we're going to make a save here. So yes, if you follow Minsc, you miss out on what Karlach has to say, which is not that much. But if you talk to Karlach, you miss out on what Minsc has to say. Not allowed to talk to you during turn-based. Are you just wigging? Are you just freaking out, game? Do you not know how to handle? Can anybody do anything? Yeah, just not Tran apparently. All right, so I'll just load after we talk to Karlach. Or nothing. Game.
Keep going.
He's broken. Tran is broken. I don't know why he's broken. That would explain why he did a main hand attack instead of menacing strike. Well, let me try loading and seeing if that fixes it. Hopefully it does. Okay, we've loaded. Clicking does work. Alright, so let's try talking to Karlach. Yeah, it works fine.
That was Minsc. The Minsc. Part of the crew who saved the city from Saravok all those years ago. Don't know who the Stone Lord is or what the hell he's gotten himself into. But that man is a legend.
Hang on! Minsc is on his way!
Alright, you might have noticed Minthara disapproved.
Be on my way.
Just a little bit ago, she said that Minsc would prove a powerful ally. She also hates the idea of being enslaved, and likes the idea of getting more strength to fight the Absolute. None of these things should really earn her disapproval. Minsc will randomly choose walls here. He might even pick the same wall twice.
Where are you? Squeak, so I might know you are well.
His stats right now, if you look at them, are very close to what he was like in the previous Baldur's Gate. But when he joins your party, he gets default ranger stats. There are a lot of people who felt that maybe his stats were no good, but that's just the default, as if you're starting a new game, ranger stats. That's all it is.
My friend, from our brief sharing of skulls, I know you have faced many strange beings, but none like this. Whatever happens, show no fear and stay your hand. Trust in Minsc.
Can we just get on with whatever this is?
Such a hurry to our final moments. May I face death as bravely as you do. Wait! You gaze into Minsc's soul and see his foul crimes. You smell the stench of evil upon him, pointy claws primed, ready to scratch out his eyes. I am sorry, my friend. I am at the mercy of your faultless justice. Now, if you must burrow through my blackened heart, I am ready. No? You are certain? Oh, such boundless compassion. You are all heart. And whiskers. And cute little nose. You are right, of course. There is still much evil for Boo and Minsc to stamp out. But we need not fight it alone. I have a new face to show you. But it is not a villainous one for the clawing, understand? This is Boo. And Boo, meet you?
It is an honor.
No, it is a hamster. A miniature giant space hamster. Fear not, you will learn the difference in time. Those villains locked Boo away. lest his righteous gaze cause their tadpole to flee in terror. Now we are together again. All will be exactly as... Boo! Why do you use such language? Once more my hamster proves himself my greater half, and makes the path clear when my mind is fuzzier than his tiny bottom. He says we will join with you, and cleanse Baldur's gate of evil. Together!
And I trust you not to turn on me again, Stone Lord.
I give you my solemn vow. Should any of us show signs of weakening to the worm, or any other evil, Boo will slaughter us all in our beds. I hope this brings you comfort.
Good enough for me. Let's go.
Get comfortable, Boo. We go to battle and... to glory, or glorious death.
In the original D&D Baldur's Gate stuff, Minsc was considered very strong, as in both a solid character as well as strength stat. But as the games get more advanced, say in the Baldur's Gate 2, or you downloaded, or you had DLC or expanded patches, he became less valuable because you could make other characters with those mighty strength stats. Minsc starts out with 40 approval. That's good. I've always wondered why your companions don't join with more approval, considering you may have... Let's take any of the characters, for example. Let's say Will. Where are you, dude? Where is he? Oh, okay. He must have been the one that made the rocks shuffle during the cutscene. Will. He watched us as we fought all those goblins at the gate of Emerald Grove. That should be some approval right there, right? Gale pulled him out from the stove. I mean, this is all stuff that should give them at least some measure of approval to start out with, but I think they all start with 0. At least Minsc, he's got his head on straight. As for his stats...
Sleep with one eye open, evil. Maybe both.
As for his stats, they are completely out of place for Minsc as a person, but they are in line with what you would start if you were to just create a plain ranger. He's got ability strength, drain strength. Why? It says still 1 turn remaining. It's been longer than 1 turn, but that was Tran hitting him. So, and Tran was broken. I guess he's broken now. That's fine. Well, I'm sure it'll clear up in a little while. Maybe if I punch him again. I'm gonna go ahead and take him to Withers and reskill him, and you might disagree with how I choose to level him up. First, here's your goodie bag, Minsc. Let's take a look. What do you get? You get the Cloud Giant Strength Potion like all the other fighters. You get a huge stack of Hill Giant Strength. This is divided between 6 people. I thought I had plenty, which, you know, I would if I were only drinking 1 of these a day. Not that I would do a lot of long rests, though. Divided between those 6, I only have enough to give everybody 18. Potion of Speed, Oil of Accuracy. I thought about what he would use. I don't feel like Minsc as a personality would use poison, so I even give him like what I think his coating would be. 21 potions, that's enough for that's all the greater or superior healing potions I have, divided between the whole party. 10 arrows of transposition, a whole stack of revivify scrolls, which you barely ever use. Bow of the Banshee, so that way when he hits people, even with melee, they become a chance to be frightened. He's going to use a Halberd of Vengeance, because in the original Baldur's Gate, he did have weapons proficiency skill in two-handed weapons as well as dual wielding. Browbeaten Circlet to give him more spell save DC, because he's going to need it, given his base stats are going to be typically low. Armor of Agility. He will have a lot of agility the way we build him. Flesh Melter Cloak. Lae'zel used to wear that. I've already dyed it for him as well. Many of it is purple because his tattoo is purple. He is a Rashemaar Berserker. Back when Baldur's Gate was first created, the Barbarian was not what you call a core class. This was 2nd edition D&D. It was a subclass for fighter, potentially, and they gave him Ranger, possibly so that he could do dual wielding. I will not be classing him as a Ranger, and I apologize if that makes you feel that he's no longer a pure Minsc, but I like to think that if Barbarian were a class back then when they wrote Minsc in the original Baldur's Gate, and even Baldur's Gate 2, they would have made him a Barbarian instead of a Ranger. I mean, that's the way I assume. I don't know. I haven't personally met the developer to ask him. I don't really have very many good amulets to divide between my entire party. He's going to wear the Caustic Man for 2 acid damage to combine with his Icarus gloves. He'll have a loot because he's dexterous. He could use a bank pass next time instead of breaking in. And instead of his default camp clothing, which is this, I'll give him this. Alright. So that is his goodie bag. Now he's kitted out like the rest of my team. Take a look at this museum. The narrator will overlap dialogue with Minsc.
A humble turnip, preserved by drying.
But a fine friend. I can forgive him his love of turnips.
A worn but still capable warhammer, sized for a halfling.
She sought to become a paladin.
A wood carving of a pair of wings, like an eagle's, but longer somehow.
She went in search of new wings.
A mailed fist in the Firecam armor style.
Much of honor and faith, but he fought like a berserker when it counted. All over Rashemaar, they raise statues to Jaheira. But this is Minsc's true monument to her. Her Wicklaren mask.
We'll head to the surface so that we can speak to our characters in daylight. Then we'll walk out of the town square because there's going to be so much shouting. The whole reason we're on the surface is to talk to our allies. While we can speak to them in camp, Minsc will have something to say if he is nearby as we talk to a different ally. So we'll head, since we have to head in that direction anyways, we might as well march towards the Guildhall. We can get there through the sewers, but for certain dialogue choices, I would prefer to do it from this way. Let's go ahead and break these two up with Aura of Murder so we can talk to our teammates. Yeah, and here we go.
Minsc has great heart. We shall need the likes of him for the trials to come.
Minsc just joined our team. This is the best day of my life.
Minsc seems quite the, enthusiastic ally. Would all do well to remain on his good side. And out of the range of his fists.
So, we can add one bald wall of muscle to our little group. I'm sure he'll come in handy. Maybe as a doorstop.
The beloved Ranger. I can't believe it. I grew up hearing all about your brave deeds. And booze, of course.
The bravery was mostly booze. Minsc simply followed with the shouting and waving of swords.
My father told me all about how you struck down the mad cleric Basileus. How... Goodness, my palms are all sweaty. It's just that you were always my hero.
Are you nervous about meeting your hero, Will?
Do not drip so much, horn-headed one. Boo does not bite. Well, actually, he does. But only in the service of smiting evil.
Smiting evil is my middle name.
Blade of smiting evil frontiers. If it is all the same, Minsc and Boo will just call you Will.
Oh, ye gods. Never change, Minsc. Never change.
I will fight alongside Minsc. But if he so much as refers to my butt, let alone attempts to kick it, I will skewer that damned hamster of his.
On Kresh Kalir, giant space hamsters are a staple food. Their hocks are quite scrumptious, if a bit fatty.
Don't tell Minsc. It would devastate him.
And addle his brain even further. Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. Besides, I've never heard of a miniature version, let alone a conversant one. Which means Boo is either a rare specimen or an ordinary hamster. Either way, I'm not about to go nibbling on him.
Boo seems like a worthy addition to our group. His pet, Minsc, may prove useful also.
I think you might have made a terrible mistake. Huh? Chasing rumor halfway around the city and back. Crossing the guild. Wading through filth. Defying the one creature upon whom your very life depends. All for a madman and his rodent.
Who would know the meaning of your meaningful glances?
The Absolute threatens thousands, the entire coast. And still you risked much to help one man. I should berate you. But I can only say thank you. Your reasons were your own. But whether you meant for it or not, your fight is our fight, huh? Both of us. To the very end. Do not take that tone with me, rodent! Fine, fine. All three of us, then.
Don't thank me. It's the cult I'm focused on. Anything else is an added bonus.
I think you will find that Boo is the added bonus. Minsc is just here to carry him into battle. But you are right to focus on the fight.
Don't go getting sentimental on me now, Harbour.
Ah, those misty eyes are just age. Yes, I feel myself growing older as we stand here. So, lead the way. We're yours to command.